The Lunar New Year revelry in the country is more than just a festivity of traditional Chinese food, dragon dances, and fireworks displays, as the Filipino-Chinese community does every way to manifest the core meaning of the celebration. Kimberly Go has the story.
Melita and her family is what one would call a traditional Chinese family. Every Chinese New Year, Melita offers food, prayers, and money to the gods, her ancestors and spirits.
I grew up in Philippines, no, with Chinese, Chinese ancestors na ano. Kaya parang ako, I consider myself half-half. So, meron ako, sineselebrate ko yung dito, yung New Year natin, yung Christmas, and then yung Chinese calendar din na mga Chinese New Year, Chinese Christmas, sineselebrate ko din as a tradition.
She says her offerings are somewhat simpler compared to what other Chinese families prepare for the New Year. Melita says preparations begin days ahead of the festivities. The house is cleaned thoroughly and offerings brought at the local Chinese market. On the eve of the New Year, Melita sets up offerings at home and in her workplace. She says the Chinese follow a simple rule of always having 2, 5, or 6 different kinds of offerings for good luck. The Earth God, the Business God, and the Chinese counterpart of the Virgin Mary will be honored first, followed by her ancestors and then house spirits. She offers prayers and burns pieces of paper that symbolize money for each. After that, she goes about preparing her family's dinner. Dolores, meantime, is part of a modern Filipino-Chinese family. She says Chinese New Year serves as a family reunion.
Because we're pretty much adapted na modern way. For me, Chinese New Year should be a get-together ng family. Parang our Christmas din here in the Philippines. So it's a reunion, gathering, being together to start the year right siguro.
She and her family usually work on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. They just make simple offerings to their ancestors and to the Earth God. They do it both at home and in the workplace. The day ends with a big family dinner, during which the children receive ampao. Whether strictly traditional or modern, festivities during the Chinese New Year connect Chinoys with their heritage.
Na mana ko yan sa mga grandparents ko. So parang kahit wala na sila, gusto ko din gawin yun kasi yun ang ginagawa nila. And then, nagagawa ko na rin para sa kanila yun, di ba?
For my children, I guess it will be a more practical approach. Maybe keep the reunions pa rin, and then maybe do some charity work, which I also do.
Their traditions are a way of preserving their identity and honoring their forebears. Kimberly Go, Solar News.